and welcome to this big UC update with Global Relay. I'm Susie Harrison, Head of Content, and in this series we delve into the lives and backgrounds of the key decision makers and thought leaders at companies making waves in the UC world. So today I'm delighted to be joined by Global Relay's Chief Product Officer, Sahar Kahani. So welcome, Sahar.
Thank you so much, Sue. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
No worries. So let's dive in and get to know you a bit more. Could you share a bit about your professional background?
Yeah, sure. I got graduated in computer science slash software engineering in kind of a Polytechnic University in Iran. So I'm coming from computer science background. When I moved to Canada, I started my career as a programmer, like a Java developer. So for a while, I was doing Java development for a couple of years, and then I moved to product management. Kind of started really as a junior product manager, and then eventually kind of made my way all the way up to heading a large product management team here at Global Relay. So I'm really coming from computer science, software engineering, tech background really, and now really experienced in product management.
And do you have any fun facts about yourself that highlight your personality and achievements?
Fun facts about myself. Yeah, it has been quite a journey for me to obviously be in tech and then migrate from Iran to Canada, migrated a couple of times across the country. So it's been quite a journey for me, but
What?
fun nonetheless. So.
I'm sure. Well, it sounds like it's been, yeah, like a rise to the top. So, what aspects of your job are you most passionate about?
Um, Product management is really about solving problems, real use cases for the users, whether it's the users of business or the users of variety of different departments. So figuring out what exactly is the problem we're trying to solve and then solutioning through designing it, what's on the technology, and now with obviously the innovation of AI is obviously the biggest seat at the table every time we're solving a problem. So the whole process of solving a problem, identifying and solving it is very cool. And that's what I'm really passionate about. That's why I'm here.
And I'm assuming this is very varied. So, I'm going to ask you to talk us through a sort of typical day. But obviously, I understand that I'm thinking no day looks the same as the other.
Oh, yes. So a typical day in my world involves a lot of customer calls. Obviously, customers and prospects have a lot of interesting asks for a vendor like us. So I do a lot of customer-facing meetings, calls. I travel a lot to where our customers are. Being in financial services, we have offices in financial hubs of the world, aka London, New York, Chicago. As a leader of the product management group, I travel a lot. So, on a normal day, I might or might not be at my home or at our office, or I might be in a different location in the world. I do a lot of customer meetings. We do a lot of figuring out product roadmaps, strategy, what's the vision of the product, and then we have a lot of lower level detailed meetings about how are we going to solve a particular problem. At Global Relay, we are very tech focused. So we are very passionate about the technology and how it can help solve the problems of real users in the market. So a typical day could be very high level, very strategic, very customer facing, or very low level, very detailed, very tech oriented meeting. So it varies. It's never a dull moment, as I say here at Global Relay.
So, you've introduced Global Relay there. Can you give us your best elevator pitch on the company?
Global Relay has a few different differentiators. First of all, we are very tech focused. We have over 1,000 people in engineering that we are solving problems for the real world users. We run our own data center. We run our own AI models. We're not dependent to any public cloud services there. We also are very design oriented, very design focused. What would the real user want in a flow of user features, etc. So we do a lot of investment in figuring out what the design and experience for the user should look like. Um, we the company is still run by the original founders of the business, so a lot of knowledge and subject matter expertise of the 25 years of providing these services is still within the company. We're still iterating on the same or similar technology foundational pieces that the company put together in place. Obviously, over the years of technology's massive transformation over the 25 years, we adopted our technologies to the latest and greatest, but the foundational pieces are still the guiding principles of the business. And I would say, if I were to spend a minute saying what are the differentiators, is how much we care about the technology, how much we care about the users, and how much we want to make sure that the solutions we put in place solve real world user problems.
And is there anything really unique about your company culture?
It's with the growth of the company, obviously company is now over 1,600 employees. With the growth of the company, we try to, and the diversity of our offices, obviously we were Vancouver, Canada focused earlier on, and we then built a big office in London with 600 people there, and now with New York. We try a lot on a daily basis to make sure that the culture of the company, first of all, we have access all the way, people have access all the way to the top senior executives of the company when they want to discuss something or they have an idea or we want to solve the problem. We try to maintain similar culture. A lot of us do travel a lot to make sure that we have physical presence in our offices. We're hiring a lot of people. We want to make sure that they know about the culture of the company. So a lot of internal effort goes into making sure people understand the culture. People understand, for example, how security is super important, how user is super important. We spend a lot of hours making sure people understand that.
And just to sort of talk about a little bit about the market model, can you tell me about Global Relay's approach to the market, and if you could just describe your partner ecosystem and the go-to-market strategies?
Yeah, so Global Relay has always been a very tech-focused company. So we partner over the years. We partnered a lot with some of our major customers to enhance our products. When we investigate their users, their needs, we partner with them on building a lot of the functionality and capabilities that you see in the tools today. We are also there's a huge emphasis on building our own technology rather than buying or mergers and acquisitions, etc. So our go-to-market with anything we're solving is to make sure that we build the highest quality service internally with our own technology rather than going and, let's say, buying a company that does that, solve that particular small use case, and then having trouble to merge their technology into the technology that we build. So everything is very organic. Everything fits really natively into the platform that we build. So the experience for the customers or variety of different user groups within the customers is very seamless. So our customers, let's say an enterprise, a major bank in the market, there's various user groups that use our tools for their own use cases. There could be compliance surveillance team, basically for their monitoring use cases. There could be legal and e-discovery teams, as well as business users, you and me, having access to our own data, getting productivity out of our own data. So we build all these technologies ourselves so that the experience is really seamless. And that's one of our biggest go-to-market strategies. We don't want to do mergers and acquisitions. We want to build the technology ourselves.
And can you just tell us a bit about what those key products and technologies are and what features make them relevant in the business environment today?
So historically, Global Relay has built compliance and legal e-discovery tools for the financial services and basically any highly regulated industries out there, including insurance, energy, gas, healthcare, etc. So we bring a lot of data into our platform because there's record keeping regulatory needs that customers need to have all their data. we do compliance, policy, surveillance, alerting, etc., for the policies that they need to put in place. We also provide tools for legal and e-discovery teams to do early case assessment investigations, or if they're going through audits with the regulators, to be able to provide data or demonstrate the fact that they surveilled their users. So that has been obviously 20 out of 25 years of global relays business has been really focused in this, and it still continues to be. Over the recent few years, we also started really investing, and we always had end user tools. End users always had access to their own data, but now with technology of AI really pushing the productivity to the next levels, we start investment into building end users tools. So now we have applications, mobile applications, desktop applications that basically bring all the e-coms across various different channels to the hands of the end users. Historically, companies are not able to do that because most vendors out there are only doing, let's say, as with Microsoft, they're only giving access to a certain portion of the data, only going through Microsoft e-coms platform, whereas Global Relay has all the channels across everywhere the users are basically having activities on. We bring all that data in. They need to bring that data in anyways for record keeping and surveillance and e-discovery use cases. So now that we have all this data, we can bring that value to the end users to just give their own data to their hands. With AI, that has been transformational as well. We run our own AI models. We don't send any data to public cloud because security is a big thing in this business,
Yeah.
of course. So we have our own AI models, NVIDIA chips. We run our own AI so users can take advantage of that across all their channels rather than just emails.
And what topics are dominating your conversations with your customers and your partners at the moment? What challenges are you finding that are keeping people awake at night?
So the surveillance, compliance surveillance industry as a whole, um, obviously you guys probably also see this in the market. Major companies getting big fines, millions of dollars of fines, whether it's on record keeping or off-channel communications. These fines are getting bigger and bigger, and the regulators are not stopping. So people, at some point, companies had policies, for example, not to use WhatsApp. You're not allowed to use WhatsApp to conduct business. Over the years, they realized users are still doing WhatsApp, even though that policy is in place. And regulators don't really, just because you have a policy in place that you can't really enforce, it's not good enough for the regulators because they know your users are using WhatsApp. So now companies, and this is really related to the UC world, now companies are scrambling to find tools that they can allow their users to compliantly communicate on these various channels that otherwise were banned before. So this is what keeps them awake at night. How do I make sure that users, first of all, I have the right tools that are secure, and recent security events in the market shows that how security is super important. How do I put the right tools that's secure to the hands of my users? And we want to make sure users love it because they don't want them to, obviously there's still WhatsApp installed on their phone. They want to make sure users don't use the non-compliant tools. So a vendor in this space that can make sure that it's, first of all, is secure, all the communications are compliant, it's secure, and users are going to love it. That's what customers are looking for in the world of UC these days. So that's hence the focus on our global relays end. First of all, to bring the value to to your own data, then making sure all our federated channels that we do, whether WhatsApp, text messaging, voice calling, etc., is all fully compliant. There's no back door or scraping applications and services Global Relay has. It's all legit. We don't want to go against anyone's terms of use, whether it's WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. So from the perspective of us and providing these tools in the market, that has always been the focus. And now we are seeing how market realizes that there's a lot of UC tools out there, and why some of them are no longer a viable option for these firms.
Yeah, it's such a challenging thing to keep up with, isn't it? Because these communication channels are growing. And
Oh,
those,
yes, of
as
course.
you say, the fines are growing, the regulations are changing. It's
Yes.
like a constant wheel, it feels like. Speaking of which, how is Global Relay approaching innovation? So, how are you gathering feedback and generating new ideas?
We have a lot of different channels for that. We've always been a market leader in innovation in this space. We adopted AI really early, even before Gen AI. We adopted some of the machine learning and deep learning models early on. So we're very tech focused, and we are constantly following on what's the new technology in the market. How can we take advantage of the new technologies for any various group of users? So we are always looking to see what's the latest there. So that's one channel. The other channels are we do a lot of in person and face to face with our customers and markets. So we're keeping up with what the demand is from customers and firms. Global Relay also has a program called our roundtables. We have two very big offices in New York and London. So we run roundtable with industry experts coming into the office all the time and talking about the challenges they have, whether it's the heads of surveillance, the heads of mobility, the heads of IT. So we are basically bringing the industry together to discuss what the next level demands are, the next level tools that can be deployed into their businesses. And lastly, every time that we decide to enhance our platform with a new capability, we do a lot of research. We have a user kind of UX research group that we hear the feedback from real users on using these tools. What's the best approach for users to use the tool? So we have several avenues that we're trying to keep up with. How do we make sure that we are building the right thing and keeping up with the users' demands?
And if you could pick one technology that you think is going to have the biggest sort of transformative impact on the market in the next, say, 3 to 5 years, what would that be?
Um, I'm biased. I'm going to choose a global relay product and technology on that front. We are launching a product called My Archive into the market. This is coming from the backbone of having all the e-coms data captured in Global Relay. This is a very gesture-based mobile tool for all the users to get access to their own data with all the AI insights that are available, whether it's from transcription, translation, summarization topics. We're also building a chatbot experience into that application, which allows users to basically talk to their own data. A lot of other tools in the market claim that they do the same. The reason why this will be transformational in the market, first of all, is across all the communication channels, not just email, not just Microsoft Teams, not just Zoom. This is across everywhere users are basically active and all their data. Second of all, the AI here is backed by 10 years worth of e-communication data. So if you're basically tracking relationship with a customer that you started 7, 10 years ago, a lot of AI tools in the market are only looking at your last 1 month of discussions, like your last 3 months of discussion. They're not looking at what the relationship over the last 10 years looked like. So we are basically looking at making sure the AI values are not just for the last 1 week of my inbox. So that's going to be the transformation that this tool is going to bring to the market.
Great. Well, I mean, it sounds like there's lots of exciting things to come. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been great learning more about you and about Global Relay. And to our viewers, thank you for watching, and please do stay tuned for more videos like these.
Thank you so much, Sue. This was great for me as well. Happy really to be here.